Along the boards now, it's Loftus. Towards the side, Kennedy sends it along the boards. Here's Gorman now. Trickling ice feed there. Smith tried to keep it in, loses possession, and Gorman will not flip it into the zone. Yoakum tried to play it along, but just loses possession, and he'll send this one backwards. Along the corner now, Racker gets caught up in a hit. Now it's Felix working his way in towards the crease and fed off by Yoakum. Back into the corner. Norwich trying to get this one out of the zone. Sticked in by Mulligan. Now the Generals will retreat, working the way along the other side. Nolan Zotter. He'll start a charge here. Zotter works his way, loses possession quickly. Here comes Holton, trying to find an open lane there, and Sorokin will quickly turn things around. Norwich tied up in the neutral zone. Still looking for an open pass. Racker will go for a foot race here. Feeds off a stick. Quick hit along the scorer's box there. Mulligan will start a charge along the other way. Quickly flip back in here by Holton. Tyler Ram lays a shoulder. Still caught up in the corner. Throws it ahead for Sorokin. Back to Ram. Has an open chance. 2-on-1 chance if he gets there with Racker. Quick shot. Blocker save there along the side. And Tony Morin turns him away. Now a tie-up along the corner. Hayden feeds it along. This one will just trickle away. And McCready will have to restart here for the Gens. Down low pass. Spill along the boards. Both of them will be sent towards the corner. Tie up along the half wall. To McCready. Whiffs on the shot. Rebounded by Ward. He'll take his way towards the other side. Lamphere. Rather, that's Lambert on the play. Restarts another charge. Now heading back the other way. Kennedy works his way in with a shoulder. Can't gain the upper edge. And Murphy will send a crease feed. This one too hot for Nuzzolillo. Back by the corner. Still a tie up along the side. Centering ice feed. They can't get the rebound. 3 shots in a row. And Murphy can't find the open net. Back towards the half wall. Generals still playing the aggressive puck movement. Cross ice feed for Kennedy. Quick shot and he scores! Cody Lambert finds the open shot on Yoakum. And he breaks open the scoring here in the first.
Well, Yoakum had done a very good job throughout that play. He slid from right to left to deny an open net goal just a minute earlier. But then Lambert beats him from distance. I know they've been peppering him with shots, but Yoakum had done a great job to start off through the first 5 minutes. You don't expect to face that many, but that might be one he wants to have back.
Zotter will take the face-off here. And we're back underway. This one just shifted away. Here comes Zotter on a breakaway, and quickly Yoakum will come out of the crease and cover it up.
Again, Yoakum's movement from side to side, which is something that many higher-level goalies have struggled with, Yoakum seems to have down. Not the biggest guy, but his movement seems to be pretty good.
Ethan Ranger takes the face-off again with Zotter. It's a stalemate. Puck in front of the crease. Generals will come up with it. Top of the key for Mulligan. Quick wrister, blocked up in front with bodies ahead. Here comes Norwich towards the other way. Trying to lead a charge here is Brian Essing, pardon my French, towards the boards now. Zotter trying to find possession, has Sorokin. He'll restart things and backtrack. Clears the blue line. Lone man here with Ranger. Sends this one ahead. Picked up by the Sea Captains. Kinahan throws it ahead. Off of the Generals bench now. Here comes Zotter. Zotter throws it the opposite way. Picked up along the side, and the captain, Sean Loftus, will send this one down low. Sinopol towards the side for Felix. Felix works his way in, trying to find an open look. The shot glove save there by Yoakum. Back to Sinopol, the Minnesota native. Quick shot from Lambert, this one too wide. Back to McCready. Looking for a pass downstairs, fed off by Loftus. Towards the side, Loftus will send this one the opposite way. To the top, Gorman has Felix now. He'll backtrack to Lambert. Cross-ice feed for Gorman. Give and go to Sinopol's too hot. Towards the side once again for Cam Holton. Sea Captain's trying to generate some offense here. Breyer towards the side off the glass now. Here comes Zotter on a charge. Still looking around. Bodies ahead. Now tied up into the corner. Racker and company. This one squeaks out for Loftus. He'll send this one along the way. Down bottom. Here's Caden Hess. Still looking around. Has Lampert to his right. He'll opt to go downstairs. Back to Loftus, who still can't seem to find an open hole. And this will finally squeak out. And with 12:56 remaining in the first, we'll get a whistle for icing.
Yeah, Norwich had needed that icing. Since they got the first goal, the Generals have only put one shot on net, but they've been controlling play in the offensive zone, and Norwich has been unable to get their guys off the ice.
Zotter will take the face-off here with Tegan Breyer. To the top for Mulligan. To Tyler Ram, a slapper, and it gets bodies up in front. Rebound goes to Racker. Back to Tyler Ram. Sends this one down low. Byer. Around the side, here's Racker now. Squeaker for Tyler Ram. Feeds it to Mulligan. Wrister blocked in front again. And this will hit the netting and will get a stop. Interesting storyline coming into this game, Jake. Two players, former players for head coach Darrell Locke, playing for the Norwich Sea Captains tonight, in Drew Schemmel and Sean Loftus. Drew Schemmel, a 2-year veteran for the Generals since 2019, and Sean Loftus playing 1 season under Locke last season.
Yeah, Schemmel's not in the lineup tonight, but Loftus is on the first defensive pairing, and I'm sure he's someone. I'll get to his thought in a moment.
Quick shot here to Tyler Ram. Squeaker past the blue line and picked up by Mulligan. They'll have to restart a charge here. The press applied here by Norwich. Picked up along the boards now by the blue line. Poke check here by Kennedy. Tries to feed it across for Nuzzolillo. Now he'll have to fight by the boards. Ward looks around, finds an open man in Hayden. He'll have a lone charge with 2 guys on the defense, and he'll send this one down low. Mulligan works around, gets a hard shoulder there from the side. And now towards the other side, Ward and company will have to restart again. Mulligan picks up the possession. Nolan Murphy, the forward, throws a hard charge in there. Aggressive play from both sides. And Nuzzolillo will work his way towards the bottom. For Kennedy. Met with plenty of help by Norwich. Feet towards the crease, nothing there. McCready with a wrister, he fans on it. To the right side now by the half wall. Murphy sends it downstairs. Back to Murphy. Sends it to McCready. Looking around. Still finds a pass. Quick shot up in front, and the squeaker will get sent by the half wall. McCready and company with a tie up along the blue line. Ramita will send this the opposite way. Flipped up in front. McCoy will come out of the crease to play the puck. Centering ice feed. McCready dishes this one away with plenty of time. Here's Sean Loftus now. Sends this one down low. Norwich still looking to generate some offense here in the first period. Lamphere with company. To the top of the point now. To Smith off of his skate. Can't generate a possession there. Now down low to McCready and company. Still looking around now are the Sea Captains. And here come the Generals the other way. Here's Sorokin with a breakaway chance. Kinahan trying to fight him off. Now sends a tie up toward the corner. Still looking around. Possession now goes to Zotter. Cross ice feed. Shot up in front for Mulligan. He'll have to go to the blue line. Here's Ramarister in front. Rebound for Zotter. Can't knock it down. Back to Sorokin. A tie up with Lamphere on the assistance. Mulligan looks around. A slapper in front. This one too wide. Back to Mulligan. Possession remains in favor of the Generals. A tie up by the boards. Still looking around. Mulligan keeps it in. Sends this one low for Smith. Sorokin will dish it towards the other side now. Sea Captains can't get this one out of the zone. Towards the side now. Ram finds Felix. Dishes it back to Sorokin. Still looking around. Smith lays a shoulder. Sinopol now will dish it with his stick. Finally, the Sea Captains generate an opportunity and send this one out of the zone. And Ram and Mulligan will start another charge. Here comes Sinopol. Working his way in with a shoulder. Gets tied up into the corner. Gorman will lead a charge now. Behind Yoakum. This one sent along the other side for Hayden. Towards the boards. Now by the Sea Captain bench. Picked up by Zotter, who looks around. Trying to find an open look. Has Gorman towards his left. Feeds the crease. Too low and wide. Wraparound for Gorman. Rebound Zotter. Back to the point. And Racker can't feed it home. Generals continuing to apply pressure. Here's Nick Racker. Drops it off for Gorman. Picked up along the other side. Here come the Sea Captains the other way. Ranger dumps off McCready. Zotter and Gorman will work their way ahead. Flipped in front. Knocked down by Zotter. Now back into the neutral zone are Ward and Ranger. McCready loses sight of it. He'll have to go for a foot race here with Ward. 8:40 remains in this first period. Long shift without a whistle here. A hit between both sides. Ranger will keep this one in the own end. McCoy will come out to play the puck. Leaves it for McCready. Off the boards now. Romita will keep it in the zone. Here's Lambert. Threw it across. Over to Hess. Has an open chance towards Kennedy. Blockered up in front by a Sea Captain. Now back to Racker. This one behind the net of Yoakum. Towards the other side now for Harwell. Sent around for Romita. Now ahead. Harwell looking around. Has an open pass there. Can't find Bain. Towards the other side for Ram. Ram gets a shoulder from Harwell. Takes a spill. Now Lambert taking spills. Multiple players down. And will finally get a whistle. Presumed penalty coming ahead here with 7:43. And we'll see what the laundry is after it's sorted out.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier, Sean Loftus, I'm sure, is friends with many of the players on the Generals team who have many returners. And I'm sure if he, they will want to prevent him from scoring, but they will be happy if he does.
So no penalty on either side. Face-off coming outside the Generals bench, and we're back underway. With pass here, this one sent along here by Norwich, gloved up by McCoy, and he'll play it for Ram. Off the boards, back to Tyler Ram. Sends it ahead for Nolan Murphy. He has company. Here comes Kennedy. Tries to throw it for Murphy. This one blockered. Towards the side. Mulligan can't keep it in the zone. And now here's a foot race towards the side. Ethan Ranger will dig in now, and we'll get a whistle for icing as Mulligan beats him there.
Norwich also has a couple of players who have been familiar to the Generals in the past, most notably Jamison Bain, recently also in the state of Connecticut, the Danbury Junior hat tricks of last season. The Sea Captains are making do with all the guys they can put together.
This one sent along for Morin. And Mulligan will have to retreat. Now we're approaching the 7-minute mark here in the first period. Here's Nuzzolillo. He'll go for a foot race. Down bottom. Essing still looking around. Takes a spill. Nolan Murphy's there first. Back to Mulligan. Picked up by Murphy. Has a feed for Nuzzolillo. Takes a shove by the crease. And this one's still downstairs. Towards the side now. Ram loses possession. Here comes Hilton. Working in shoulder. This one blockered away by McCoy. Hulton now still looking around. Takes a wrister. This one wide of the crossbar. Hulton all over the offensive zone here for Norwich. Mulligan gathers now. Lurking ahead. Leaves this one for Ram. Dekes one defender. Throws this one on goal, and Yoakum will cover it up with 6:18.
Yeah, it's been a while since Norwich has had a shot on goal. It is 12-2 in shots in favor of the home side.
Both of these teams coming off of games against the Danbury Junior hat tricks. Generals played them on January 24th, 4-3 overtime win, with the winning goal coming from Caden Hess. Norwich played them January 27th and lost 6-2. Here's Zotter now, sends this one to the point for Lambert. A wrister in front off of the mask of Yoakum. Now back to Zotter, who's downstairs. Quick shot from Sorokin, this one gloved up and off of a deflection there, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, the Generals offense certainly is getting their legs out from not having a game yesterday. They are certainly well rested.
Nolan Zotter will take the face-off here with Jamison Bain. And this one won by the Sea Captains. Here they come, Harwell. Lone man met by Lambert and McCoy, and Harwell will take a hard spill by the boards, and we'll get a whistle here and a penalty coming.
Yeah, Troy Harwell is just trying to get steady after that one, and I'd imagine this will be the second power play opportunity for the Sea Captains.
So 2-minute minor will come here to Cody Lambert. This one presumed to be roughing here on Harwell. Ranger will take the face-off, and we're back underway. Won by Norwich, and Bain throws a shot. This one fed off by McCoy. Hayden towards the side now. Gorman looking along. Aggressive penalty kill here by the Generals, still lurking in. Gorman back downstairs now for Ethan Ranger. Looks around, trying to find the middle. Fed off by the skate of Tyler Ram, and here comes Gorman towards the other side. He has help in Felix. 2-on-1 chance if they hurry. Shot by Gorman, and a glove save by Yoakum. He looked to play that one ahead, but instead he'll hold on, and he'll get a whistle with 92 seconds remaining in the power play.
Well, those who watched the Generals last year will know the guy you don't want coming in on you shorthanded is Sean Gorman. But good for Yoakum for staying calm, gloving that down, and thinking better of trying to play it.
Minute 32 remains in the power play, 5:18 in the first period. Once again, thanks for joining us here on Hockey TV. Brett Schaubs alongside Jake Baskin for the 7 p.m. puck drop coverage between the Norwich Sea Captains and the Northeast Generals of the NA 3HL. Troy Harwell, fresh after the hit, takes the ice down by the corner. Cross-ice feed for Byer. Looking around. This one lost in the possession here. Here's Caden Hess. Still looking around. Here's Mulligan who finds the possession. To Ram. By the neutral zone, he'll send a saucer pass down by the corner and force Norwich to reset. 53 seconds remain and counting down in the power play. Harwell will take it. Here's Hess on the press. Ramita gains the offensive zone, sends this one in. McCready, a slapper along the glass, and after all that progress, all the way down the puck goes. Yoakum will come out of the crease to play the puck and leave it for Harwell. Whiffed pass, here's Gorman with Felix shot, and the pass too wide there for Peyton Felix. Still looking around, 20 seconds remain in the power play. Here they come towards the other side. Ranger towards his brother Ethan Ranger. Gorman flips this one ahead and clears it once more. 5 seconds remain in the power play, and it looks like the Generals will return to even strength. And they do. Out comes Lambert, and he'll hit the bench immediately. Towards the side for McCoy, loses possession of it in sight, and towards the side the puck will go. This one quickly cleared, and a foot race to the puck, and no icing's called. Nolan Murphy will send this one by the half wall. A spill towards the side. Caden Hess there as well with the meeting, and Nuzzolillo there first. Quick shot up in front, rebound, and a pad save there by Yoakum. Tyler Ram sends this one down low to Nuzzolillo. Looking around is Hess. Loses possession, quickly gathered along the boards, and Mulligan will leave it for Hess. To Tyler Ram, his brother Nick played in the 4 o'clock game for the NAHL Generals. Nuzzolillo gets a feed. Rebound for Mulligan. The shot blockered up in front. Loftus still looking around for, and Nuzzolillo will lose it to Ethan Ranger. Now back to Nuzzolillo. Losing his stick in the process, there was a Sea Captain. Towards Nolan Murphy. Leaves it for Hess downstairs. Still lurking behind the net of Yoakum. Looks around for a pass. Finds it. Tyler Ram shot, and it hits the iron. Gathered by Nuzzolillo. Finds Ram. Towards the side for Mulligan. Drops it off for Zotter. Looks around the net. Loses possession in the process. Yoakum kicks it out. Towards the top for Mulligan. Quickly fed up in front. And quickly the Sea Captains will send this one along with Byer. Eddie Mulligan gets tripped up by a couple defenders. To Tyler Ram in the corner. Quickly squeaked out here for Zotter. Mulligan pulls it ahead for Lamphere to Sorokin. Morin off the blue line board. Under 2 minutes remain now in the first period. McCready sends this one along into the neutral zone. Morin flips this one up, and in the defensive zone now for the Generals. McCready by the red line. Picked up by Morin once more, still trying to keep this one in the offensive zone. And the Generals continuing to provide a blockade. Still in the neutral zone now. Here's Ward. Sends this one along. Picked up by Zotter. Trying to fight out Troy Harwell. Zotter throws it ahead. Here's Lamphere. Throws this one into the zone and almost hit the backup netminder there. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 1:25 remaining in the period.
You know, I think what the most impressive thing the Generals have done today, they're only playing with 2 natural defensemen in Joey McCready and Eddie Mulligan. Now, Cody Lambert, who is also playing defense today, was a defenseman for most of his childhood until recently. But he and Tyler Ram are also moving down to the blue line today.
And Tyler Ram, forward and defenseman. Ethan Ranger looks ahead. Has a man towards his left. They'll work in. They'll chip this one down by the boards. Lambert and company trying to find the squeaker, and they do. Lambert's the first one with it. Under a minute now remaining in the first. Along the side. Picked up by Essing. Has Ethan Ranger to his right. Finds Ranger, but too wide of a pass there. Quick slapper on McCoy. And he makes the pad safe, and he'll glove it up with 45.2.
Yeah, just a moment ago, we're talking about Tyler Ram playing defense. He knew when to pinch in and got a shot and just hit the crossbar with it.
14-4, shots on goal in favor of the Generals. Byer will take the face-off here with Zotter. Stalemate sent along the corner now. Thrown along the boards. Racker's there first. Takes a hit there. Picked up by Hess. Drops it off for Zotter. Has a breakaway chance. Working in on Yoakum. Pad saved by Andrew Yoakum. Gloves it up in the crease. And slams the door on Zotter.
Again, Yoakum's lateral movement keeping him in. Zotter, who just turned out to be quicker than everybody else. Steadied the puck when I thought he was going to overskate it. Got a good opportunity, and Yoakum stayed with him every step of the way.
It'll be Byer with Zotter again. 28 seconds. Clock still hasn't gone yet. Towards the side. Working in. Quick shot. McCoy fends it off. Clock finally will resume. Feeds it down low. McCoy will glove it and play for Mulligan. Towards the side for Tyler Ram. He'll feed it along in the neutral zone now. Has Racker. Racker works in with a shoulder. Whiffed on the pass, and we'll get a whistle. And looks like they're going to play the period here, potentially.
Yeah, that seems to be about the difference between the game clock, or between Nolan Zotter and Jamison Bain. Puck is dropped, and we are underway for the Sandwich stanza. Kind of goes into the defensive zone. Moran will launch it down, glove down by Mulligan in neutral ice. Mulligan gives to Ram. Ram sends it a little bit too far for Hess, and it'll go behind where Yoakum can play it, into the far corner and back over toward the blue. Hopped up in the air, now controlling is Loftus. Of course, the former General. Ram will give it back, and Loftus will send that one into the corner. Mulligan will go and get it. Sea Captains go for a partial change. 40 seconds gone by in the period. Off of Hess. Racker wearing the new number 5 going into the corner. Puck hopped dangerously behind the net. Moran will pass it up. Mulligan will keep it in the zone. Mulligan trying to get around Racker toward goal. Off a shot there. Just went wide off of Zotter's stick. Circles around over the stick of Hess. Down it'll go. On to McCoy. McCoy will play it for Eddie Mulligan. Both teams will change players. Byer couldn't get to it. Kennedy will send it in. Yoakum will stop it and send it up the glass past Kennedy. McCready dropped it off between the legs of Nuzzolillo. About a minute and a half gone by in period number 2 at AJ Quaterink. Down it'll go. Where Murphy will pick it up. Murphy with McCready. Nozzolillo. Lifted down. A collision at center ice. McCready taking a whack at it was Killian Ranger. Triple teamed was McCready. Puck comes away. Nozzolillo, the speedster. Murphy hopped in the air for Kennedy. Kennedy gets room, shoots, and a pad save for Yoakum. 2 minutes gone by in the period. Kennedy was just denied of the second goal. It'll work its way around. McCready pinching in. Murphy off the back of the boards. Hayden will not get out. Lambert, as it'll hop over the blue line. Nozzolillo will get ahead of Helton and will send it down. Yoakum again, the St. Louis native, will stop it. Hayden. Romita. Now taking it is Ethan Ranger. Sent down as McCready goes and gets it at the red. 2.5 gone by in the period. McCready launches it in. Yoakum lost in the skates for a second. Felix was digging away. Both teams trying to find places in front of the net. And back comes Killian Ranger. Poked forward in the direction of Jack Kinahan. Kinahan spins around looking for Ethan Ranger, and Felix got there first. Sinopol. 3 minutes gone by in the period. Not a lot of whistles so far. It is sent in that time by Smith. As it's too far for Sinopol, Daryl Smith will send it ahead. Gorman. Off the stick there of Felix. Smith will pick it up again. 16:35 and counting as it's gloved down by Sean Gorman across the ice. Kennedy takes a shot and it trickles in. Lampier came in front of the net. Kennedy had taken the initial shot. We'll see who gets credit. It's 2-0 Generals.
Yeah, just one of those things where you're unintentionally scoring a goal, just looking for a pass up in front, trying to start something a little more complex, but hey, Kennedy gets the goal here right inside the 5-hole of Yoakum. And it just goes to show how much pressure the Generals have been applying here on the Norwich defense. Even the slightest things can go wrong here.
Yeah, it looked like Lampier circling in front of the net maybe distracted Yoakum and found its way by him. Here comes Kennedy again looking for goal number 3, and he's hit hard by Tony Moran. It'll circle around. Ram looks in. Taking a whack at it that time was Essing. As Yoakum will one-hand it over toward the left side. Ethan Ranger will pick it up there. In the corner. It is Kennedy's goal, as Brett alluded to. Kinahan. Back out in front. Moran got a stick on it. A shot there. And the rebound. Kennedy across, and he tried the pass to Lampier. And it went right behind him after Sorokin's initial shot. Sorokin gets a shot. That one into the glove of the goaltender Yoakum.
What a save by Yoakum, going from post to post, setting up his pads in a blockade form to really block the shot on Sorokin. 19 total shots on Yoakum tonight this far, and only 2 goals allowed. So far, you have to say that's been a pretty successful night for Yoakum.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Brett. Nolan Zotter to take the face-off now against Jamison Bain. Linesman Shepley will drop the puck. And back it'll go. Smith will pick it up on the near side board. Lambert playing D today. Zotter tips it wide. McCready goes and steps up. Into the corner will go for the captain, Nick Racker. Back out in front. Zotter not able to get it. And now the other way comes Ward. Down it'll go. Giving chase is Harwell. Lambert there too. They collide. It is lifted down by McCready. Sent in on to Tamar McCoy. He'll play it over to Lambert. Lambert waiting. Now takes it up the left side. About 5 minutes gone in the second period. Hess circles back into his own end. Hess uses Lambert as a screen. Hess now takes it up the right side. Past Racker on to Zotter. Right back to Racker. Racker going in wide, and he goes down hard at the hands of Smith there. Zotter gives to McCready. McCready looking for room, shoots, and that one is a save for Yoakum, who is on that in front of a screen.
Well, despite a lot of the offensive pressure applied by Northeast, one of the big things that Norwich has been able to successfully do today is just try to keep the Generals along the perimeter. Still a lot of puck movement along the outside, but not a lot has really seen the crease here for Yoakum tonight, and part of that is due to the successful pushing away here by the Sea Captains.
Face-off won by the Generals. Mulligan to Ram, back to Mulligan. Mulligan slap shot on the way, deflected over goal. And the Sea Captains looking for numbers back the other way, but Nuzzolillo will chip it in. Loftus against his former teammate Braden Kennedy. Up on the left side, down for Killian Ranger. Halton will take it. Halton forward for Mulligan. Mulligan gains the red. Now gives to Nuzzolillo. Nuzzolillo drops it back, too far for Mulligan off his skate. And back come the Sea Captains looking for Killian Ranger. Ranger will shoot along the ice as Ram hit him. There will be a penalty coming up on Tyler Ram. As soon as the Generals touch up, which they have not done yet, Loftus gets it in now. They do touch up, and that will stop play. It was a 2-on-2 with Ranger and Byer, and Ram might have come in up high. And he'll go to the box.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's Ram's second penalty of the night. But that makes 3 penalties now in total for the Generals. And Norwich just had 3 power play opportunities, this being the third now. So we'll see if they can capitalize this time. So far, the other 2 opportunities have been more in the Generals' favor.
This is 2 for head contact, and Brett is right. This is his second penalty of the day. 150 remaining in the power play, as back to go and get is Tony Moran. Now, the Generals will control shorthanded, as they do often. Felix lost the puck. Norwich trying to exit the zone, and now they do. Up comes Ethan Ranger. Ranger had his stick lifted by Felix, who will send it down. 30 seconds gone through the penalty. Yoakum passed up the right side for Killian Ranger. Dropped it back out. Norwich controls in their own end, waiting for the breakout. Up comes Hayden. Hayden a little bit too far for the intended target, Bain, and it'll be sent back out to neutral ice. Back in his own end again is Moran. 1:05 to go in the penalty against Tyler Ram. Back it'll go Nuzzolillo. Whiffed on the pass, and now we'll clear it down. Yoakum with Tim Hayden. Hayden will now take it up the middle. Hayden waiting. Pass over on the right side to Ranger. Ranger launches it in. McCoy will swipe it forward. McCready. And it'll be sent down again. Textbook penalty kill for the Generals thus far. Hess still being aggressive. Goes to Romita. Mateo Romita will give it a head forward. And now coming up is Byer. Byer broken up. Kept in the zone. Byer controls with Harwell. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Byer. Now it's Harwell. Harwell at the middle. Over on the right side. Waiting for some room. Romita. That was blocked out in front. Romita to Harwell. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Byer. Back to Harwell. Harwell gets a shot off and it went over goal and Rams out of the box. The third penalty has been killed today. It goes back out in front. And they're trying to lead ahead Zotter. It was broken up for just a second by Romita. And allow Harwell to control it in neutral ice and backhand it in and prevent a breakaway. 11:35 and counting. Harwell sends it in to Kennedy. Kennedy looking for Sorokin. It's broken up that time by Brian Essing. McCoy. Over on the left side. Sorokin finds Zotter. Zotter waiting for some help, looking for a 3-on-2. Zotter tries to go forward, and it'll be Smith who will backhand that one out. There is a whistle over on the other side of the play. And I don't think I could tell what it was for. But the face-off will come outside the zone.
Yeah, not entirely sure. It looks like offsides might have been the call. Looks like up ahead, but nonetheless, Generals get a small bit of rest here, and the Sea Captains get a chance to regather. as they've lost their third straight power play, still looking for some offensive production.
11 minutes, 12 seconds, period number 2. Loftus. Ward tries to go through the legs on that dump-in attempt. Lampier gains the line, had that one blocked out of the zone. Troy Harwell. Harwell for Smith. Smith one-hands it and will backhand that one in. Goes behind goal. Mulligan. Mulligan will play it to Lampier and a little bit past him out of the zone. Sean Loftus. Intercepted by Mulligan. Mulligan over on the left side. Zotter tries to send that one out in front. He can't. Zotter has spent time in the NAHL this year. Sorokin controls. Against the right side of the boards. And now Norwich will take over. Sent down, finds Ward. Ward with Harwell. Too far on the pass. And it'll go to Tyler Ram back behind his own net. Lampier. Lampier lifts down. And that is called for a hand pass as Killian Ranger couldn't bring that one down himself.
(20-6) shots on goal difference for the Generals today, but Norwich still just trying to create some small steps here, trying to generate some sort of offensive movement, whether it's just trying to create some passes to clear the blue line or just simple puck movement around McCoy. It's the simple things that are slowly going to gain the momentum here for them and hopefully get them a score here later on in the game.
Digging around behind the goaltender Joachim. In this 2-0 game, just over halfway through the second. Nuzzolillo getting room, passes it to the corner. Drops out, McCready. A little bit too far. Collision behind the net. Murphy trying to dig that one out of Nuzzolillo's skates. Getting room, McCready gets a shot. It's blocked out in front. A rebound chance, Murphy. Fought off by Joachim into the netting. 9:29 to go, period 2.
Nice job by Joachim to fend off that shot. A nice little 1-2 punch for the Generals inside the crease. Finally starting to crash that point of the offensive zone and gain that serious pressure on Joachim. And he's really been able to make the serious stops when it's needed.
Racker on the offense. counting. Remaining in the second period. 2-9 score. Goals from Lambert and Kennedy. Back out in front. Lift on. Here is Mulligan. Mulligan looking over toward goal. Mulligan going behind the goal. Mulligan out to Tyler Ram. Ram waits on it. Ram shoots one and he missed. Kennedy goes and gets it. Kennedy. Nuzzolillo now to Ram. Ram gets room. Shoots off the glove and the net was knocked off as the puck just went over the bar. Sinopol was there in front of the net behind the goaltender Yoakum, as he was checked into the net by Tim Hayden. That knocked it off. The penalty box door is open, but no one has stepped inside yet, as the net is being adjusted, and now Hayden will be taken to the box for interference with 7:04 left in the second.
So the first real power play here for the Generals in this contest. Clock continuously moving at a fast rate here in this game, so Generals find themselves with a prime chance in the latter half parts of this second period, and once again continuing to apply pressure here on Yoakum.
Jake Baskin, Brett Schaubs with you. Mulligan goes and gets it. 7 minutes left in the second period. Over to Ram. Ram waiting. Back out in front. Taking a whack at it was Kinahan, and he does. Ethan Ranger will send it down. Again, the first penalty kill for the Generals today. 20 seconds, or first power play for the Generals. First penalty kill for Norwich today, as icing is called. And, you know, for a team with as deadly of a power play as the Generals have, you don't see them ice the puck too often on it.
Yeah, certainly a rare coincidence here, but it does happen sometimes. But it was a nice puck movement just going back to that set of events on Yoakum. Generals just tried to set up the one-timer in front of Yoakum to potentially beat him on the corner, but it was a good job by Norwich to shut down the crease and really shut down the opportunity, and it pays off with a face-off coming in the Generals' end.
1:34 to go as the face-off is won by Tegan Byer, the North Dakota native. Ram. Off of Halton. Mulligan steps in front of it. Mulligan takes a whack at it. Mulligan passes it to no one in particular, and it's sent back in by Loftus. Over it goes, Nuzzolillo. Pass goes to Mulligan. He'll gain the red. Hounded there by Halton. Kennedy in onside. Now here's Ram. Nuzzolillo waiting on it. Down under a minute to go. Back out in front, a shot, and it just went over the bar from Nuzzolillo on a great pass from Mulligan. Murphy. Back to Nuzzolillo. Trying to control it behind the net. Ram picks it up at the blue. Over to his D partner, Mulligan. Mulligan to Ram, and he could not control the pass, and they do get out of the zone. Here's an opportunity, and coming in on goal, Moran. And McCoy held the post. He didn't go and challenge the puck, but he got it on the save, and that one banked in off of him. Moran, from a bad angle, gets one in off of McCoy. It's 2-1, and that is a shorthanded goal, and you do not see the Northeast Generals concede those too often.
Well, it's just one of those cases. It was perfect time, perfect place for Tony Moran. First time, wasn't able to beat McCoy on his pad side, and somehow DeMar McCoy was able to shift his body and squeak that puck through his 5-hole away from the post. But the second time, as he was trying to reconstruct himself, he's able to follow up, bank it off of himself, and he gets the good goal. So, 1-goal game between the both sides.
So a goal for Tony Moran, shorthanded, on just the 8th shot of the game. As coming in is Felix trying to answer. Felix lost the puck on his backhand. Racker has it loose in his feet, and nobody is there. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty. And now out of the box. And Norwich is at full strength. Over to Lambert. Lambert gets room on to Yoakum, and he'll make the save.
Good positioning there for Yoakum to make that stop by his glove side, but automatically it seems like the Generals have lit in a spark. Aggressive possession right there. Seems like they took that goal personal right there, and they're right back into this offensive swing of things.
Tony Moran, the goal scorer out of Boca Raton, Florida, will get credit for that one as the Generals win the faceoff. It's almost swiped away from Hess again, but Hess controls. Hess over on the left side. Back down it'll go. Zotter. Lambert. Slap shot on the way and a pad save. And a hard one for Jochum. Taking a whack at it. Another shot just sent over the bar by Zotter. Lambert back to get it. Chased by Harwell. Lambert. Ward. He collided with Ward. Ramita back to get it for Norwich. Up ahead for Bain. Generals still control with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period. Cody Lambert picks it up. Lambert with McCready on his right. Takes a shot in the way. It was blocked. And now controlling is Nolan Zotter. Zotter gave it off. Looking back out in front for Zotter. Hess's pass was behind him. And back comes Ward in the other direction. Ward on the goal. McCoy makes the save. We're down under 4 minutes to go. Hess cuts in on goal. Coming in wide, and that one is broken up. Back out over to the left side. Kennedy gets a shot, and Jochum held the position. 3:44 second period. The score, the Northeast Generals 2 and the Norwich Sea Captains 1. The most recent goal, again, Tony Moran, while the Generals have goals from Lambert and Kennedy. Face-off won by the Generals, but too far out of the zone. Mulligan being chased now by Hayden and sent back in by Kinahan. Norwich seems to have new life after that goal. 3:30 behind Kennedy. It hit off his stick. Moran will go and get it, so no icing. Hayden. Knocked down. Kinahan applying the bump. Ram fakes the shot. Lampier circles. Kinahan will get to it ahead of Ram, but only to slow him up. Back out looking for Kennedy. Nice move. A backhand shot missed off of Sorokin. Ram down in the final 3 minutes. Ram pinching ahead. Tries to backhand it in. They score. Kennedy. That's his second bad angle goal of the day. I don't think I saw the one go in, but Kennedy knew it the entire way, and the 2-goal lead has been restored.
Well, Kennedy was able to get the positioning on Jochum, setting up his backhand over his shoulder, is able to lift it in time, and just beats it before Jochum could put his eye on it. Again, like you mentioned, the second quirky angle goal that Kennedy's had, but nonetheless, it's 2 credited goals, and he's 1 away from a hat-trick here with 2:52 in the second.
For Braden Kennedy, the second-year NA3HL General. That is his 16th goal of the year. Tip down, 2:45 to go. Felix waiting on it. That one's broken up in front. Sinopol tried to get a stick in the way. Here's Felix into the corner. Felix dropped it out to McCready. McCready fakes the shot. Now takes one and gloved down by Jochum. The Generals have been trying to test Jochum high glove, and that mostly has not been working today.
Yeah, and you said it spot on, Jake. A lot of these times, Jochum has just been textbook with his glove, rather. Vision the positioning allows him to really move side to side and use his glove to his advantage. It's that area between his pad and just under the numbering on his left sleeve. That's really been the area that the Generals just can't seem to grasp on.
Face off to the right of goal. 2.5 to go. McCready behind goal, gives out to Lambert. Lambert back up to McCready. Sinopol takes a spill. Ward goes and gets it for Norwich. Looking for Harwell. Off the boards, Harwell chased by Lambert. Harwell gets to it first, gets a shot, he scores! Man, that is a tough angle to snipe from. Troy Harwell cuts it to 3-2.
Well, we've seen Harwell be one of the big offensive producers for the Sea Captains, and that's a big one there. Is able to beat McCoy in the smallest of areas where you're not really able to fit the puck, just in between his glove and the crossbar and the post where it intersects right there. But a beautiful shot there from Harwell, and he gives the Sea Captains a 1-goal game once again.
Harwell, the former Bay State Bobcat, with a very tough shot to go forehand roof on that one. Credit to him. 2:11 to go in the second period. Shots on goal 28-9. The Captains have scored in their last two. Murphy chasing after it. Yoakum well out of his net. And an hop past the stick of Mulligan. Ram taking a whack. Mulligan over the line. Mulligan cuts in toward goal. Mulligan tried the wraparound pass. Hop past Kennedy. Nuzzolillo had his stick lifted at the last moment. As it goes over on the right side. Nuzzolillo tried the cross-ice feed. It was intercepted by Ethan Ranger. 100 seconds left in the second period. In this 3-2 game, Murphy waiting on it, had it been blocked. Mulligan. Ram. As that went into the glove of McCoy. McCoy will play it from one knee. Ranger picks it up and it head past the intended target, Essing. 1:15 to go in the period. Ram. Slow pass up to Nolan Murphy. Murphy tries to get it up the boards and blocked on the way to goal off of Ethan Ranger's shot. Essing can't control. Final minute of play here in the second period. Hayden. Delayed offside was on Mulligan, trying the home run pass for Murphy. Instead, it will result in an icing with 52 to play.
Yeah, it looked like the Generals just got a little too ambitious there, trying to find Murphy in front of Yoakum. But looks like going into the end of the second period, it'll be a 1-goal game, and Norwich has really came back and put in a fighting effort, and it's all because of the offensive production from Moran and Harwell really generating some sparks here from the Sea Captains.
Puck has dropped. Down to 50 seconds left in the period. Moran, one of the goal scorers, will launch it in. Hop from Ram. Ram gives it off to Eddie Mulligan. Mulligan will take it up the left side. Sorokin. Sorokin looking down for Murphy as it is swiped at. Kennedy tried the cross-ice feed. Kennedy sitting on 2 goals. Ram blocked on the pass on the way through. Gets to Yoakum and hold on for a whistle with 27 to play.
Yeah, despite the difference in the shot column, time of possession, whatever it may be, at the end of the day, it's the score that's what matters. And Norwich has really come up in the biggest moments, as we've mentioned before. And Generals still trying to get some insurance goals here. They've had it before, but Norwich just popping things in at the right time.
Puck goes over toward the left corner. Down to 20 seconds. Pass toward the middle. Gets a shot. Yoakum got it with the glove. Racker can't put it home. McCready picks it up. 12 left in the period. Another shot blocked on the way through. Shot scores! Zotter with 9 seconds left. It is 4-2. The goals just keep coming here in the second period.
Yeah, it was a nice and juicy rebound there for Nolan Zotter. A nice setup along the side. Yoakum had the first save, but he wasn't able to transition from left to right and make the stop on Zotter. Thanks to Golan. I take my words back. 2-goal lead here with less than 10 seconds, and the Generals find some insurance late on.
Zotter wide open in front of the net. He's been quite a mid-season acquisition. 5 seconds left in the period. And that is how the second period will end. 4-2 the score in favor of the Northeast Generals.
In favor of the Northeast Generals after an eventful second period. Bain will take the face-off here with Nolan Zotter, and the Generals will win it, and we're back underway. Thanks again for joining us here on Hockey TV. Brett Schaubs alongside Jake Baskin. Sea Captains continuing to keep this a close game after the Generals have dominated on the offensive side of the puck. Still lead 30-9, shots on goal. Sent along on the side. This one brought up ahead, almost to Ward, but quickly deflected by Tyler Ram, and he'll send this one downstairs. To Mulligan. Looks around the blue line, missed by Zotter, and this one will quickly fall back, and it'll be played along by McCoy. Here's Tyler Ram. Walks in the neutral zone by himself. 1-on-2 chance, works in with a shoulder. Tries to get a wrister there, takes a spill with the slick ice, and the Sea Captains will work their way along the other side. Captained by Kennedy, fed it off there by Yoakum, and we'll get a quick buzz here on the clock. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'm really. I think there was a panel open, like the door to get in the rink was open, as you see. Well, you might be able to see on the broadcast feed over there. The linesman is adjusting the door. I think that was the issue.
And now he's going to come through the other panel right there. All right, so after the fix, Nuzzolillo will take the face-off here with Tegan Beyer, and we resume play. This one sent down low, a tie-up along the puck. By the boards now. This one picked up, Beyer sends this one to Hilton. Holton works downstairs. Has Hayden along the side. This one takes a spill. No penalty called into the corner now. Towards the side for Nuzzolillo. Springing it ahead there for Kennedy. And quickly picked up towards the boards. Holton works his way in with Lampert. Throws a backhander on. Rebound picked up by Nuzzolillo. And he'll flip this one by the center ice logo. To Beyer. Flips it along for Amita. Loses possession. Back to Nolan Murphy now, and he'll backtrack. Feeds this one into the corner now. And he'll force Amita to go back skate. To Beyer now. Works his way in. Clears the blue line. Has to fight off company with Sean Gorman. Possession change here. Scooped up by Mulligan. Throws it off the boards. Picked up by the captain, Sean Loftus. Kept in the neutral zone now. Gorman flipped it up. Swatted down here by Ethan Ranger. And they'll bring it back along. Kinahan into the boards now. Tyler Rem will flip this one up. Swatted down towards the side. Scooped up by Sinopol. Here's Peyton Felix on a chance. Swatted away there from Yoakum. Went out of the crease to stick it away. Here's Mulligan trying to work in. He's quickly swatted away by Ethan Ranger. Mulligan. He'll face the setback with Felix. To Gorman. Loses it. Towards the side once more. They'll work in. Tamara McCoy will come out of the crease to play the puck. To Tyler Ram. Over towards the side for Lamphere. Mulligan with the puck again. He's been all over the ice tonight. In the neutral zone, this one flipped along, and Moran will hit the netting and will get a stop at 17:03.
Yeah, this has been a quiet first 3 minutes about of the third period. Not much in terms of the way of chances, and if Norwich is going to get back into the game, they need to start by getting a goal. But I think the Generals have, and Coach Darryl Locke have told the team to tighten up on defense a little bit.
Lampert will go to retrieve the puck, loses it almost, a disaster there. Meanwhile, McCready will scoop it up along the corner and send this one along. Scooped up by Ward. He'll send this one off the glass, but just barely tipped the netting there, and so we'll get a stop and play. .16:46 remains in the final period of regulation here. 4-2. Generals still have the lead. Jamison Bain will take the face-off with Braden Kennedy, and we resume. A tie-up along the blue line. Scooped up by Lamphere, throws it on net. This one swatted away by the stick of Yoakum. A tie-up into the corner now. Lamphere throws his stick in there, trying to poke check a squeak. Puck still tied up along the side. Sorokin now finally comes up with it. Works around, gets spilled in the process, no penalty called. Now into the corner, picked up by McCready by the point. Throws a pass in front for Zotter. This one too wide of the mark. And the Sea Captains will work their way outside. Hayden throws it towards the side now. Moran feeds it up in front for Harwell. Harwell clears the blue line, throws it into the zone, and he'll force Lampert to retreat. Line change coming here for the Sea Captains. Here's Lambert. Beats it up in front, loses possession in the process, trying to fight off Killian Ranger. Smith throws it ahead, ricochets off the boards. By center ice, fed in by Killian Ranger. Tamar McCoy will come out to play once more, and he'll leave it by the corner of Caden Hess. Ram dumps it down low. Ranger will chase with Zotter. Flipped up by Holton. Didn't hit the netting in the process, so play will resume. Mulligan flips it around for Ram. Ram looks outside, finally finds a corner feed to Zotter. Zotter throws it ahead for Racker. He'll have to chase by the corner with Smith, and he'll get there first and maintain possession. He'll take a spill now, working away towards the opposite side with Caden Hess. Tyler Ram throws a slapper on net and into the chest of Yoakum.
Yeah, it's the first shot in a while for either side. Ram gets one, forces a face-off. Never a bad play to put a shot on net, even if it doesn't result in anything, because offensive zone face-off, you can get fresh legs on, and if you win them, you get another shot at goal.
Well, you're not wrong there, Jake. 2 out of these 4 goals have pretty much resulted from just putting a shot on net, and just happens to go in. Into the corner now, no penalty called on the spill. A huge tie-up by the boards now. Nozzolillo falls now. Finally, the puck ricochets out. A shot in this one off the pads of Yoakum. By the neutral zone ice now. Somehow Kinahan comes away with it. Cross-ice feed for Ethan Ranger, and this one ricocheted and off of the netting.
Well, Norwich is going to need opportunities like that. I understand they didn't get one on goal, but they did force another offensive zone faceoff. Their offense has gone back to the levels that they were in the first, for a large stretch of the first period.
This one kicked out to the point. Nozzolillo trying to get there first, but Moran will dish it back out. Mulligan and Murphy work their way along the red line. Here's Mulligan. Throws it up in front for Nozzolillo. Now Murphy and Tyler Ram will retreat. There's Murphy. Find the blue line. Kennedy loses sight. Nozzolillo will go on the chase. Loftus works around, feeds it off the boards. There's Nolan Murphy and company. Moran will feed it down low behind Yoakum. By the blue line, Mulligan couldn't keep it inside for the possession, and they'll have to reset. Tyler Ram loses sight of it, and meanwhile, Singh and company will have to retreat the shot, and this one too wide of the mark. Nolan Murphy will work his way along the other side. He's got company with Nozzolillo, fought off by Hayden. He'll dish this one behind the net and picked up along the side. Stick up in front there, that was Gorman. Ward throws it behind. Ramita leaves it for Hayden. Now back to Ramita. 13:30 remains in regulation. Harwell loses it by the half wall. A flip up in front. Back to Harwell. Dishes it back for Ramita. Ramita leaves it on the boards. This is quickly turned over to Gorman. Gorman works inside the shot, and it's blockered and covered up by Yoakum.
So all the shots the Generals have had this period have been them going wide to the left and putting one on goal. Smart of Gorman to wait, though, for just that extra second. Again, even if you can't put it into the net, he got a better shooting lane, which is the difference between forcing a face-off and getting one blocked.
Hayden Felix will take the face-off here, along with Bain, rather Byer, and Loftus will send this one off the glass. Killian Ranger loses possession, shot this one wide and batted away there from Yoakum. Shot in the crease now for Felix, loses possession. Back to Sinople, whiffed on the shot, rebound in front of the post, and this one will head towards the half wall. Back to Felix. A knuckle puck by the boards. This one towards the side for Loftus. Tries to throw it to Smith, loses possession. A neutral spill there from both sides and quickly picked up by Ranger. He'll feed this behind the net now. Lambert throws a hit towards the side and looks like we'll get a whistle and a potential delayed penalty here.
Yeah, it looks like one of the benches isn't particularly happy with the call. Maybe it's the Generals bench as Lambert will sit. But there was some jawing at the referee Whitmore there.
So Lex, it'll be a 2-minute minor here for a roughing on Cody Lambert, his second penalty of the evening. So 4 total penalties, 2 coming to Cody Lambert. The other 2 to Tyler Ram. This one by the half wall now. Norwich has a chance to make this a 1-goal game. Thrown up in front Bodies there to block, and Nuzzolillo has a chance in a 2-on-1. Here comes Caden Hess with plenty of speed up in front. The shot blocker saved by Yoakum, and Caden Hess will chase on the other side. This one left behind. Hayden leaves it for Ethan Ranger. This one skittered off the boards. Mulligan tries to clear it, and finally Nuzzolillo will send this one down the ice. Harwell will lead another charge here for the Sea Unicorns. This one thrown ahead off of the stick of Gorman, and Mulligan will send this one ahead. Ethan Ranger there to retrieve. Kinahan flips this one to the corner. Looks around. Towards the opposite direction now. Hayden back to the other side for Byer. Byer flips it off the boards, loses possession, takes a spill in the process. It's a 1-on-1, maybe 2-on-1 if Felix can chase. Here's Gorman. Patiently waits the shot, and this one wide of the post. Here's Tyler Ram. No one picked up the puck. Ram works in alone, but quickly lost the possession there. This one tied up into the corner now with 3 Sea Captains. Here's Tyler Ram. Center ice feed for Kennedy in the shot, and this one too high of the mark. Hayden will slow down the pace. 30 seconds remain in the power play for Norwich, and an aggressive penalty kill here for the Generals. This one sent downstairs. Kennedy flips this ahead, and out of the reach there of Ramina, and this will slow down by the ice. Hess will charge. 10 seconds remain in the power play. Line change here for the Sea Captains. 5 seconds now. Here's Ramita by the side, trying to throw a center ice feed and can't get there in time. And Lampert will go out of the box. We're back to even strength. Nick Racker will replace him, and he'll get on a foot race here towards the side. Here's Hess. Throws it across for Nuzzolillo. Now back downstairs for Racker. Tried to get to the puck, was spilled in the process, and Ramita will throw this one ahead. Glove down by McCready. He'll send this one along. Puck played by Yoakum. He'll head back to the crease. Just over 10 minutes remain now in regulation time. This one flipped along off the glass. No netting in the process. Towards the side now for Smith. Left it along for Killian Ranger. Zotter will throw this one to McCready. Back to Mulligan. Back and forth they go. McCready, cross-ice pass to Hess was intended, but off of the skate there of Zotter. And a quick shot will be thrown on Yoakum, and he'll glove up.
Yeah, Yoakum had trouble with it. Kind of got under his pads. Didn't really hit that with the stick properly, so he had to hold on for a whistle. Now, Brett, you and I are going to be pretty familiar with Norwich, Connecticut this summer. Obviously, in both of our summer baseball jobs, there is a team at Dodge Stadium.
Yeah, the Norwich Sea Unicorns, formerly the Connecticut Tigers, the Norwich Navigators.
And the Mystic Schooners have just announced they're moving from Groton to Norwich. So I'm going down there for the first time.
Well, I'll see you there. I'll be at Dodge Stadium a few times this year with the Brockton Rocks. This one flipped up for Lamphere. Off of the boards. This one sent down low for Mulligan. He'll regain possession and send this one ahead. Picked up by Sorokin. Back to Lamphere. Over towards the side of Kennedy. Leaves one defender. The wrister in front. Whiffed. And Yoakum will cover it up outside the crease.
Yeah, it was a nice move from Kennedy. Nice attempt, but I think he got a little bit too on top of the puck. And it ended up rolling a safe distance to Yoakum.
It'll be Ethan Ranger here taking the face-off with Kennedy. And it's a stalemate flipped up in front by the Sea Captains. Tyler Ram towards the side for Mulligan. Back to Kennedy. Mulligan works his way in now. Chip and chase by the boards. He'll flip this by the crease, and nobody's home for the center ice feed. Here's Ethan Ranger now. Scoots this one into the zone. Sorokin's there in plenty of time to pick it up, and he'll flip that one along for Mulligan. To Kennedy. Too hot of a pass there. Lamphere will chase. In the neutral zone now with Ranger and Ward. Hayden will retreat here with Ramita. Ramita will work alone. Throws it across, intercepted by Gorman. He'll now work his way in as he flips this into the zone. Yoakum will stay in the crease with Hayden and Ramita on the chase. Off the glass and the boards. Felix almost had a breakaway chance. Flips a backhand. And this one wide of the shot. Spill there from Sinople off the hit of Harwell. Here's Gorman working in, trying to get a wraparound. Point feed, quick shot up in front, and it's wide there from Lambert. McCready slips this one down low. Sinople throws a body in. Gets away from Ward. Back to Lambert. Towards the side of Felix. Trickler away, and McCready and company will have to reset. Back into the zone, and Smith will retreat here with Ramita. 7 3/4 remain here in regulation time. Long period without a whistle here in the third. This one sent back along again. Norwich struggling to get out of the defensive zone here. Ramita sends this one ahead. McCready's there to pick it up. Looking for a cross-ice feed. Harwell's there inside. Met up by Lambert. Throws a body, but whiffs on the hit. Shot up in front, almost to Byer, but just deflected up in front. McCready trying to throw it ahead. Halton trying to keep it in the zone now. Byer loses possession. Kept in by Halton, who throws it downstairs once more. A trip in the process. Lambert won't be flagged for it. Meanwhile, by the boards is Nolan Murphy. He'll flip this one by the bench. Still kept in the zone here. Norwich still trying to maintain possession, and they do with Loftus. And Loftus will spring this one by the corner, and we'll get a whistle here.
Well, that was a long stretch without a whistle, and not really any good scoring opportunities. The face-off will come back, and I think the Generals kind of have Norwich where they want them, although I'm sure they'd like a goal just to put it away.
Zotter will take the face-off with Byer. And this one sent along, and Yoakum will quickly cover it up, so stop and go here is that face-off, and we'll restart. .642 remains in regulation now. Shots on goal, 37-10 in favor of the Northeast Generals. Eddie Mulligan continues to stay on the ice. He has been a big factor of today's production. Mulligan towards Ram. Fettel on the side. Racker will go chase now. He's down bottom with Hess. Racker, shot for Zotter, and it's off the pad of Yoakum, and it deflects into the netting.
A great pass from Racker from behind the net. Zotter had the shot he wanted, just didn't get it. I'd like to give a congratulations to all the All-Stars, or the top prospects game players. The Generals will have Nolan Murphy, Peyton Felix, Matt Nuzzolillo, Owen McNamee, and Coach Darryl Locke. We'll get Norwich's for you in a moment.
To the point, Tyler Ram with a shot into the chest of Yoakum once again. So another stop here quickly at 6:18. A win here for the Generals would be win number 30 to put them at 30-2 on the season. They've already clinched a playoff berth in the NA3HL playoffs. This one sent upstairs. Mulligan throws it to the side for Ram. Looks around, wrister, this one wide. And Mulligan will have to go chase. Generals offense will reset here with Zotter. Here comes Nolan Zotter into the zone. Looks around. Cross-ice feed, nobody home in front. And Kinahan will have to reset. Here's Hess now on a flip shot, and this one too wide, and it'll hit the netting. So, strong attack there from Caden Hess, but nothing to it.
Yeah, the Generals want that last goal, or want a goal to completely put it away.
Five and 3/4 remain now. Braden Kennedy, who already has 2 goals on the contest, will take the face-off with Jamison Bain. And we're back underway. Solokin works in all alone and just gets a body there with Smith. There's McCready. He flips this one along towards the side now with Ward and company. Kennedy sends this one along. Lampert throws a stick in. Off of Ward now. Ramita will have to retreat as the attack with Solokin will apply a press. Body there from McCready on to Ward. Into the corner now. Lambert with help in Lamphere. Shot for Ward, and this one blocked up in front by Lambert. Here's Kennedy with Solokin now. Struggle to get that one outside the blue line, and they'll have to retreat again. It's Lambert and McCready downstairs behind McCoy. Ramita works along. Here's Byer now. Off of the body there of Lamphere. Can't keep it in the zone. And this will trickle by neutral ice. Past Sorokin and Kennedy. And we'll get a whistle for icing at 4:47.
You know, it's been an interesting game. I think Norwich will be very proud of their defense tonight, and they'll make the bus trip back to Connecticut at least happy in that regard. But the Generals' offensive firepower has been, or the Generals' defensive firepower, even with just 4 defensemen in the lineup, has been really amazing today.
Towards neutral ice. Just over 4.5 remain in the contest. There's Sorokin. Works in. Off of his skate there. Still looking around. Here's Killian Ranger now. Trying to clear the blue line. Tyler Ram quickly ends that one. By Hayden now. Flips it along for Halton. This one ricochets off his stick. Here's Byer off the rebound. A trickle in front of McCoy. Scramble. And he'll cover it up.
You know, when you're not facing a lot of shots in a game like McCoy is, it can be easy to get distracted, but McCoy's positioning has been sharp for most of the game as he ends up putting his paw on that one, holding the post.
Down bottom, McCready will ricochet this one off the boards. Fed up in front for Hayden. He'll flip this one back where McCready started. And things will go all over again. Down low now. Flipped ahead. That's Felix. Loses possession and Lambert will back skate. To Sinople. Too hot of a pass. This one quickly shot on goal. And McCoy will ricochet that to the corner. 3:45 remains in regulation time now. This one a skitter. McCoy plays it along to Lambert. Lambert backtracks. Press applied here for Ethan Ranger. Yoakum still remains in the crease for the Sea Captains. Felix trying to play it along. Lost sight of it there. And Moran will just go by Yoakum, who will cover it up and stop play at 3:18.
Yeah, Yoakum saw Sinople coming out in front of the net, so he decided to hold it. I knew he wanted to keep the play moving, but sometimes that just can't happen.
Shot too wide there by Nuzzolillo, trying to feed it in the crease. This one, Skitter will skitter all the way along, and we'll get it icing.
You know, given that it's been a little hard for Norwich to get the offense going, I wonder if you decide to pull Andrew Yoakum a little bit earlier than you normally would. Maybe the next time you would cross the blue line with the puck.
And it seems like an early pull might be the possibility here for Yoakum. Ram will flip this one to the point for Mulligan. Back to Ram, creeps in. Wrister, this one just off the bottom of Yoakum's pad. This one scattered along. Here come the Sea Unicorns on a potential 2-on-1. Shot by Harwell. And this one will ricochet off the glass. By the half wall. Picked up by Mulligan. Mulligan working around. Scooped in. Nuzzolillo dishes this along the boards for Kennedy. Works his way in with a shoulder. Cross-ice feed, and no one's home. 2.5 remain in regulation now. This one kicked up and into the Norwich bench, so we'll get a stop.
Yeah, well, that's what you wear a full cage for. Well, there are many other reasons, but a puck flying into your bench, it can't be that fun to just see go whiz over your head.
Yeah, certainly this league, interesting, the option between the half visor or the full mask. And many players choosing to go with that full mask. This one down low to McCready, the shot, and this one blocked in front by Loftus. This one ahead here for Byer. Thrown up in front for Halton. To Loftus. Throws this ahead to Smith. Intercepted by Zotter. Here comes Zotter and Racker now, working in ahead. Tried to toe drag there, but gets caught up in the process with Loftus. Now 2 minutes remain in regulation. This one's swatted down. Still looking ahead now, and we'll get a whistle for a hand pass.
Yeah, down to the final 2 minutes. Again, I'm surprised that you haven't seen Joachim go to the bench at this point, especially with the face-off coming back.
Just a small aside for those football fans tuning in at today's broadcast. Obviously, we saw the Cincinnati Bengals are heading to the Super Bowl with Joe Burrow. But currently, the San Francisco 49ers lead the Los Angeles Rams 17-14 in the fourth quarter. Here's a shot by Ethan Ranger. Ricochets. Second one. Pat's saved by McCoy. Sends this one by the half wall. Another shot by Ranger, and this one wide of the mark. Hayden flips this to Ranger at the point. Sends a skitter by McCoy. Sends this one downstairs, and there goes Joachim. Extra skater on here in Harwell. This one's sent to the offensive zone. Lambert will retreat. Under 90 seconds remaining in the game now. Towards the side for Hess. He'll send this one along the way. A roller puck by the boards. And Moran will stop and will get a whistle for icing.
I probably would have gone about 10 seconds earlier on that pull. Again, I do not mean to harp on this point, but you had the offensive zone time and you waited a little bit.
And now we'll get a timeout here called by Norwich. So, 4-2 the score here between the Generals. Minute 18 left in the contest. Shots on goal 40-13 in favor of the Northeast Generals. Just to recap the game prior, for those who were tuning into Hockey TV as well, and those Generals fans out there, the NAHL squad took home the win against the Danbury Hat-Tricks 3-2 final score. It was a beautiful game from Cullen DeYoung, and the Generals attack later on in the third period that propelled them ahead.
And those two teams, the Hat-Tricks and the Generals, will do it again tomorrow in the afternoon. I'll be here. Broadcast partner from TBD. But I'm sure that was a fun one for you this afternoon, you and Andrew Bluestein.
Yeah, it certainly was an interesting one, and that's now 4 straight for the NAHL Generals. And they've been on a hot streak trying to overcome and take third place from the Johnstown Tomahawks.
Yeah, well, this Generals team, you know, they have a lot of returners. They have a lot of talent. I'm a huge fan of Ryan Gordon. Obviously, Brent Kiefer speaks for himself. And, you know, even with the rotating carousel of goaltenders they've been using, remember they started the year with Carson Heimsand in the net.
Then he got called up to the USHL.
Right. So now good coaching by Brian Erickson and those guys.
This one sent along. Picked up by Harwell. This one scooped up. Lamphere tried to bat it down. A saucer to the net. This one just missed the iron. And we'll get a whistle here for icing.
Man, that one missed the post by like 3 inches. I thought he had it there. Memories of Kelly Stack hitting the post in the 14 Women's Gold Medal Final.
Stalemate. This one kicked out to the blue line. Hayden towards the side for Byer, and he misses wide. Here's Harwell. 60 seconds remain now in the contest. Screen in front. Rebound, and they score. Juicy rebound in front of McCoy, and now it's a 1-goal game. And Byer makes things interesting here.
Yeah, the puck just hopped out in front. You know, the offensive zone face-off, anything can happen. Byer camped out in the right spot. McCoy can't come over in time. Tries the diving save, and this game is not over.
55 seconds on the clock, and now we'll get another timeout here by Norwich.
Well, Norwich got the first part of this, but the second goal is always the hardest. It's an exciting finish here at the Village. You know, a team that has about as good of a home record as anybody in the entire league, countrywide. This We don't get to see games come down to the wire like this very often.
No, we do not. So, just a preview ahead for both of these squads. The Northeast Generals will be playing the Long Beach Sharks on Thursday at noontime Eastern Standard Time. For the Norwich Sea Captains, they'll be traveling to New Jersey for a Wednesday matchup against the Titans. That will be at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, 12:30 p.m.
And notice that Joachim is at the hash marks. He's ready to go to the bench at any moment.
Stalemate. Here's Peyton Felix. Sends it to the zone. Smart play there. And Harwell will kick it into neutral ice. Joachim still creeping outside. And now he'll go to the bench. Extra skater on here when Moran. Loftus will send this one in. Ram looks around, sends a saucer to the net, and this one wide. Foot race to the puck, and once again, an icing with 30 seconds.
Well, the Sea Captains have the Generals right down to the wire. The Generals are just trying to hold on for the remaining time on that big Daktronics scoreboard.
A tie-up, won by Sinople and the Gens. He works his way all alone by the neutral ice, trying to get a shot on goal, and he's just meant off. There's Gorman. Felix can't put it on, and Harwell will finally come away with it. Here comes Ethan Ranger now. 14 seconds remain. Shot off the glass into the half wall now. Tie up along the corner. Generals just trying to kill the final 6 seconds now. 5, 4, and looks like that's how it will end. Shot up in front, and this one wide, and that'll do it. The Generals